Now, you guys know that Betty Chalo and her sisters, they have this reality show that's going on. And they're, they're giving us like, the Kardashians, but on a budget. We love to see it. We love how far Kenya is
Calling
coming
it
up.
Kardashians.
Exactly, like the first reality show we had was the Ruby Diaries. So to see the progression, and now we have Betty Chalo, we love to see it, okay? People are making moves in the film industry, and if this is the way wataka make it, wataka funga, we are here for it, okay? We are happy. But please remember that Kim Kardashian had to do something drastic for them to trend as a family, okay? Sisi hatujui mambo kuhusu Gloria. Like, what's Gloria's contribution to this show? She's just the small sister, you
Pretty
know?
much, yeah.
Yeah, we need to see more drama. We need to see more changamoto. We need to see more, okay? Because currently, Betty is just holding this show, okay? The rest are just riding. Betty is holding this show with her life, with her drama, with her life experience, but we love to see it. Now, recently, in a recent episode, she is now revealing that her father was the person who introduced her to alcohol, the first sip of alcohol. And we're like, damn, because is that an African household? Is it my father, if you had smelled the smell of alcohol, that was a problem. If you sat next to a person who was smoking, that was a problem, But she goes on to say that she had a really close relationship with her father. And even Mercy says, my dad, Betty says, my dad gave me my first sip of alcohol. We have a cordial relationship. And Mercy also says, there is a way we understood each other and had our own language. She said that the dad was a very present dad in their lives. However, he did separate from the mom. And when he did, my mom was devastated. And for some time, we were struggling, not eating the best meals for dinner like we used to eat pumpkin and strong tea at night. And let me tell you, to see like celebrities give their struggle stories, I'll be like, you know what? Regardless of your situation right now, you never know what's waiting for you. Because imagine the Betty that was taking pumpkin and strong tea to bed is now the Betty Chalo making millions with her own reality show. Things be moving quickly. You just have to be very focused about it. Anyway, she's now saying that compared to her childhood and how she grew up and how, she had to fend for herself, the upbringing of the lastborn, Gloria, is like a cruise. And it's just a thing with lastborns. Lastborns really don't go through the struggle that the first children went through, because now they have this big sister / mom who's going to cover for them. And it's the same case for me. Like growing up, my parents were very tough. They were very strict. But now I would see our lastborn get away with so much. Like something that would have earned me a beating, when he does it, it's just a laugh and, Baba, don't do that. And I used to be mad. I used to be mad. And you think it would stop there, but no. Growing up, now I'm the older sibling. Anytime my brother needs money, who is he going to call?
Oh, baby, you.
He will not call his mother.
No.
He will not call his father. He's going to call you the sister. And you're like, don't you have parents? But also at the same time, it's always a good thing, because you're now thinking, at least you won't go through what I went through. And while you're doing that, you're automatically becoming a parent. And you're not supposed to do that. You're just a sibling, okay? But unfortunately, firstborns do end up becoming the deputy parent, whether they like it or not. And I used to hate it. I used to babysit. I'm like, I did not bring this child into the world. Why am I taking care of him? But at the same time, given your experience and, the things that pained you or caused you heartbreak, because you love this creature so much, you really don't want them to go through the same thing that you went through. And that's just how she was just explaining how Gloria kind of had it easy compared to her and Mercy. And, I agree. Thirdborns do get away with a lot. However, let's go back to the alcohol story. Your father was the first person who gave you your first sip of alcohol. Well and good. Growing up, you would contribute that to maybe a negative behavior or maybe something that, spiraled out of control. Yeah, it was a father's mistake, well and done, that's it. But at the same time, how long can we go blaming our parents, even as adults? Because sometimes I see somebody do something really horrible, and then the explanation is, my dad used to be mean to me. Kamau, you are 29 years old. You do not know how to communicate because your father was mean to you. There's at some point we need to take accountability for your actions. If you're partying too much and somebody calls out your behavior, you just can't be like, no, you know, my father introduced me to alcohol. Like I never stood a chance. No, you did. You're now an adult. You can now make your own decisions. You can now break cycles. You're just deciding not to. So have you been in that situation?
I feel like this kababa thing is causing a lot of people heartache. Because I was watching another story earlier in the week where this lady was talking about the fact that she and her man actually had a really horrible argument simply because the man said he doesn't know how to do basic things, cooking, cleaning, and, you know, taking care of himself as a person. He couldn't do them. Why? Because his mom would do it. And when she called him out for it, and she's like, dude, you need to become better. You're now, what, 37 years old, and you don't know how to clean a dish? You can't be serious. You don't know how to do your own laundry? You cannot be serious. The man said, look, if you want to leave, you can leave. My mom will do everything that I need her to do for me. And the girl was just like, are you serious? You're really going to call your mom to come from Shags, to come to Nairobi, to clean for you every single week? Are you seriously trying to say that this is the situation? And we do this a lot both ways because we keep trying to blame our parents for not teaching us things. But you've had many years between the time you left your parents' house and the time you have now. You've had a lot of time to figure out what your life is and who you are without your parents. Surely, basic things like, you know, choosing better friends, for example. Oh no, these are my you know, my friends because our fathers used to be friends and now we are friends even now, and yet you can see they're clearly toxic. Can you please exit the premises? Simple things like these that she's speaking about, which are, you know, I got introduced to alcohol very early and it just became a habit that now I would drink all the time. It doesn't mean that once you turn 18 and you're out on your own, you still have to continue with the same habits. Change. It's not that deep. Can you please? Can you please? In fact, every time I hear someone blaming their parent, including myself, I try and remember this. Imagine now, at my big age, I still feel like an actual child.
Yeah.
And I'm expecting that somehow this is new. This is new for me. It probably is the same case with my parents. They probably still felt like children even at their big age, you know? So can we just decide that we are going to be the adults that we want to be, not the adults that we were fashioned into being, and continuing with bad habits simply because, oh, me, I'm usually like that. You know, it's like those guys who will do something horrible. They're just horrible, petty people. They do something horrible and they're like, I mean, you either leave me or live with me the way I am. No, at your big age, no, let's not do that.